Hello! Welcome back to the channel. Skinny is not everything, but being healthy is. Today we are giving you the best kind of exercises. So let's have a look, shall we? Welcome to fitmecca.com, the place that inspires you to be at your best every day. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. The best kind of exercise, Part 1. There is a subjective topic, if ever there was one, and this video is meant to be something of a mythbuster. Work with me here. When it comes to finding the best kind of exercise, don't listen to anyone, and definitely don't listen to the infomercials selling you crazy, insane workouts at 2 a.m. when they know you're tired and your resistance to their selling is weakened. These advertising people know how you and I think. They get inside your brain and hit emotional buttons that encourage you to buy. They're very clever. Now, all these guys are trying to sell you something, and right now I'm trying to sell you on the idea of eating better and exercising, which is why everyone claims to have the best fat-burning program ever. And every gym has the best fat loss program, from boot camps and combat to kettlebells and Zumba. The honest truth is most exercise programs are about as good as a fad diet. No one really sticks to them, and the creators know this. They create these products with a shelf life because there's a lot of money in making a brand new craze next year. I'm sounding cynical, so let me tell you a few hard-hitting truths. Then you can go and make your own mind up. If you really want to burn fat, if you really want to lose weight, it's all about creating a negative energy balance. Let me say that one more time, in case you're skimming this, looking for a hot tip. Losing weight is all about creating a negative energy balance. That's it. Simply put, it boils down to eating fewer calories than you burn. And that's it. That is science. Does it matter how you burn those calories? Nope, not really. All that matters is if you create a caloric deficit, which is the food equivalent to what the government is doing to our finances. If you don't believe this, then have a look at track and field athletes. Does the 100-meter runner look any slimmer than the marathon runner? No, they're both ultra lean, and they both exercise very differently. Is a soccer player slimmer than a swimmer? No, they're both seriously lean. What they all have in common is energy balance. Neither athlete eats more calories than they spend. They might look different because their training is different, but they all have very low body fat. So does it really matter what exercise you do? Nope, not if weight loss is your end goal. Although if you'd rather look like a sprinter than a marathon runner, get on short, explosive training and vice versa. Does this make sense? Exercise programs speed up weight loss because they increase your daily calorie expenditure, plus they stimulate muscles, improve your health, and will stop you from becoming one of those skinny fat people. So the question you really need to ask is not, what's the best kind of exercise for weight loss? The question is what exercise program you are most likely to stick with. It's all about sustainability and keeping your training consistent. It's important you enjoy your exercise, whether it's hardcore MMA training or the latest fad down the gym. Just keep it up and keep it consistent. Now, I know you might not be happy with this answer. Maybe you wanted something a little sexier or a secret, perhaps? Maybe something new or undiscovered? Well, the truth is that's what the infomercials sell. Sexy, secret, and new. They're the buttons they try to push to trick us into buying. And millions of people fall for them every single day, when in reality, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you enjoy it, and you're on a winner. Now go and pick something you enjoy. Keep it regular and keep watching this video because we've got plenty more myth-busting tips coming your way. The best kind of exercise, Part 2. A couple of years ago, I was hitting the gym at a hotel while I was on holiday. I know what I wanted to do, so I quietly walked over to the corner, put down a mat, and cracked on. A short, ultra-high-intensity session was what I had in mind. The gym was packed out with the usual useless equipment, a few cardio machines, and a few bodyweight pieces. So I cracked on and hit it hard for the next 20 minutes, sweating like crazy so I could get back to the beach to spend time with my other half. In the short time I was in the gym, I saw some useless workouts. I saw two guys who took their tops off first jump on the bench press station and take it in turns. That was it. Lots of talking in between and no other exercises. Maybe a few bicep curls, but that's about it. And then get this, I saw a woman walking on a treadmill in high heels. Unbelievable, right? I've never seen anything like that before. And why she bothered to go to a gym to walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes is beyond me. Which brings me to this point. It doesn't matter what exercise you do. Remember, it's about the caloric deficit first and foremost if you want to lose weight and burn fat. But what you must do is exercise with a purpose. Don't go to the gym, get on a treadmill, or step outside your front door and just half-ass it. Exercise with a purpose. Put some effort into it, please. No half-hearted walking on a treadmill. No wandering aimlessly around the gym. No walking with your best buddies having a chat. Just make sure you make the most of your time and get something from your training. Work up a sweat, get out of breath. How? It doesn't really matter. Do what excites you. Do what you enjoy. And do something you'll do consistently. Furthermore, make a commitment to start training yourself 2 or 3 times a week for the rest of your life. You should not only want to lose weight, you should want to lose weight permanently and enjoy all the health benefits that come with exercise. From battling depression and helping you feel good about yourself, to enjoying cheat meals, drinking, or eating ice cream at the weekend. Life is for living, and it can only get better when you're fitter, stronger, looking better, feeling great, and ready to make the most of it. That's how it is. Increase your calorie burn. Did you know there are 4 different ways you burn calories? Or better still, would you like to know how to increase the number of calories all 4 methods burn? If your answer is yes, then keep watching. By now I hope you understand that losing weight, we're talking body fat here, is all about creating a negative energy balance. Create a deficit, and you lose weight. Create an excess, and you gain weight. By the way, this isn't always bad. For example, you might be trying to add muscle mass. Now, there are 4 different ways your body burns calories. In no particular order, here they are. Number 1, metabolism. Your metabolism is all the biochemical and physiological process that takes place in your entire body. These are the functions that keep us alive. From digesting and absorbing your food through to build new cells, including muscle. Your metabolism requires as much as 70% of your daily calorie intake, so a healthy and active metabolism is literally essential. Number 2, non-exercise activity. What's this? Well, this is the stuff you do day to day that doesn't exercise but is movement. Like getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, tapping your foot, and fidgeting during a meeting. All these small movements burn calories. Not a massive amount of calories, but it all adds up, which is why walking to work, taking the stairs, and not being lazy keeps you slim and trim. Number 3, the thermic effect of food. What's that, you say? Well, every time you eat a meal, you have to digest, absorb, and process the food you eat, and all of that takes energy. While the amount of energy you use varies depending on the food you can eat, the thermic effect accounts for around 10% of your daily calorie expenditure. Finally, number 4, exercise. No surprises there, but what may surprise you is that for the vast majority of us, exercise only accounts for around 15% of our daily energy expenditure. Unless you're participating in long endurance events or a professional athlete, the calories you burn through exercise pale in comparison to those burned by your metabolism. However, what sets exercise apart is that it's the one you have the most control over. So, now you know how you burn calories. How do you go about burning more? Before we jump in here, here's a reminder for you. This is all about sustainability. A gung-ho approach with massive calorie deficiencies quickly leads to failure and can cause metabolic decline, where your metabolism starts to slow down. This is bad, so please be sensible. Be a tortoise, not the hare. The easiest way to get your metabolism firing is with high-intensity training. It rapidly raises your heart rate and creates an oxygen deficit. This is a good thing. More specifically, it creates EPOC, or excess post-oxygen consumption. In other words, you keep burning calories even when the exercise stops. With EPOC, you'll continue to burn calories for hours or even a day or two after your exercise session. All true. High-intensity training is great for stimulating your muscles, and muscles burn calories. So what about this non-exercise activity? I hope what you need to do here is obvious. Quite simply, you have to move more. Walk around the office, take the stairs, walk to work, and just keep moving. The more steps you can take throughout the day, 10,000 is a good number to aim for, the more calories you'll burn and the healthier you'll be. Number 3, the thermic effect of food. Okay, this is tougher, but there is one possible way and one definite way to raise the thermic effect of the food you eat. The possible way is to eat 4 to 5 smaller meals throughout the day instead of 3 big meals. People hypothesize this will increase your metabolism, like putting logs on a fire, but the evidence we've seen is inconclusive on this. However, there are plenty of other benefits to eating 4 to 5 small meals per day that make it a no-brainer. For one, it helps to stop you from getting too hungry in between meals. This is one of the biggest reasons we binge eat, overeating, and pick between meal times. Plus, it will help keep your blood sugar more stable. Another good thing. A guaranteed way to increase the thermic effect of your meals is to eat lean protein at every meal. That's it. Super simple and often enjoyable. Number 4 is exercise. Okay, so you know it doesn't really matter what exercise you do as long as you're creating a caloric deficit, right? And we've already mentioned how high-intensity training can help raise your metabolism. It's also important for you to understand that the number of calories you burn during exercise is determined by 2 key factors. They are volume and intensity. The longer you train, greater volume, the more calories you burn. And the harder you train, greater intensity, the more calories you burn. The problem is that it's hard to train intensely for a long period of time because you get too tired. What happens is people either exercise intensely or they exercise for long periods of time. They rarely do and rarely can do both. But if you could do both, you'd burn masses of calories in a single training session. Here's what you do. You start your exercise sessions by training intensely for a short period of time. Then at the end, you add on some slower, lower intensity work at the end, which increases the volume. You tick both boxes, volume and intensity. The lower intensity work doesn't have to be crazy. It could be a swim after training. You might walk home from the gym or spend a little time on the cardio machines. What you do isn't a big deal. But adding lighter intensity work after your high intensity work is an amazing way to zone in and burn lots of calories, especially body fat. If I had a choice of training hard and long twice a week or doing a short session 4 times a week, I'd do the latter. Learn from the leanest people on the planet. This industry is full of scam artists. I mean, if you wanted to earn more money, you'd ask a rich person, right? And if you wanted to learn about the business, you'd ask a successful business person, right? If you want to lose weight and reduce your body fat, you'd ask a skinny person, right? Wrong. Skinny doesn't mean healthy, and skinny doesn't mean you have a good metabolism either. There are plenty of skinny people out there who don't exercise and eat crap. These people, the skinny fat people, are a walking health hazard. If you want to lose weight, ask a lean person, not a skinny person. Go to the fat loss experts. Take advice from the leanest people on the planet. Ask a bodybuilder, or speak to a fitness model. This is what these guys do for a living. You might be saying, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. That's fine. I'm not asking you to be. I'm just saying if you want to learn how to lose the maximum amount of body fat, then the leanest people on the planet are bodybuilders and fitness models. You don't have to become one. You just have to learn from one. Now here's a tip from the bodybuilder world on burning fat. And we promise it won't make you look like a bodybuilder. When bodybuilders want to get into single digits in body fat, as low as you physically can, here's what they do. Ready? They walk fast. That's it. You see, bodybuilders know that running in the fat-burning zone isn't the best way to do your cardio, and it isn't the best way to burn fat either. It puts pressure on your joints. For most, it's boring as hell. And it's also notoriously bad for your muscle mass. Instead, bodybuilders like to walk fast. Or they might do an easy workout on the cross trainer while they watch TV in the evenings, something low or no impact. Now, to get the maximum benefit from walking, you have to do it fast, or you have to add some resistance. For example, if you like the outdoors, then find a route with lots of hills, and off you go. Or wear a backpack. Or they pull a sled, which I guess you could replace with a pushchair if you know a child you can borrow. The extra resistance will raise your heart rate a little higher and get fat burning a little faster. So there you have it. Get out and walk fast for 30 to 45 minutes. Enjoy the fresh air and great outdoors, and do it before breakfast when your body fasts from a good night's sleep. It's low intensity, it's easy on your joints, and it predominantly uses fat for fuel. Now there is a warning. Bodybuilders lift weights and they're super strict with their diets too. The combination of lifting weights, eating well, and low intensity, low impact cardio is what they do. It works. But if it's not for you, then here's an alternative. Don't walk, don't run, sprint as fast as you can. When you sprint, you burn more calories per minute, so you can burn more calories in a shorter period of time, and you'll raise your EPOC. That means you'll continue to burn body fat when you stop exercising, and the fat you do burn will be visceral body fat. This is the fat inside your body's cavities, around your trunk and abdominal area, and the stuff that surrounds your organs. It's the fat that makes your belly round, and it's more dangerous to your health than subcutaneous fat, the fat that's under your skin. Plus, sprints build muscle. That's a good thing. Our muscles give us shape, and they make us strong. And third, muscle is alive and needs feeding. So by having more muscle, you have a higher metabolism, which means you burn more calories per hour, even if you do nothing. So if sprinting sounds like it's up your street, then start simple with short 10-second bursts. Don't kill yourself. Give your body time to adapt and get used to the all-out effort. So there you have it. The easy way to burn body fat is to get out there and start walking every morning, before breakfast. The intense way is to start sprinting. Start with short bursts, say 10 seconds, and build up to 20 or 30-second bursts. Sprinting is a powerful thing, and when athletes are at their leanest, sprints are what get them there. Okay, time to wrap up. This video has turned into a monster, but it's only because we're trying to share as much as we possibly can so you can take control over your body, the way you look, and the way you feel. It's time to apply all this information. Which one of these ideas clicked with you the most? What topics are on your mind right now? When you guys share what your takeaways are in the comments, it helps us see what kind of information is actually valuable to you, and we can focus on it more. If you've made it this far, it means you are truly committed to being at your best every day. Please use the word exercise in your answer for today's questions. That way we can spot all of you in the crowd. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. You can talk to us on all our social media channels or ask us a question on our website, fit-mecca.com. Thanks again, and we'll be back soon.